All right, so let's start here. Let's go outside. Let's just go around a little bit. So, you know, I've been recording these sort of videos around the house and whatever, just to get a little more comfortable with the video, get a little more comfortable with just talking out loud. And boy, when it's like, oh, maybe I can put one up, and it's like, I don't know what to say, and all that usual stuff. That's gonna blind everybody, so that's good. But anyway, so I was thinking of moving. You know, I've been kind of stuck here for a while, and it's just, let's see here. It's not a terrible place to be, but it's just, it doesn't feel like home, you know? The precipitating factor is, it's just absolutely frustrating with the kind of handyman who comes over here and fixes stuff. In fact, you will now know why I'm moving. This is the precipitating factor. So this house is on kind of stilts. Now you can't see it here, so we'll have to do this. We'll put this thing here, right? And as you can see, there's no shenanigans here, but I can put my butt under here, right? Yeah. Let's see here. I don't want to injure myself too much. If I take it off, I can slide my, you see? It really has a hole in, right? So it basically goes up. It's ridiculous, right? Now let's see here. You see? You see? You see? So now, can you imagine how long this took? Now this is actually worse because it used to be right on my bedroom. I'm not going to put the stick here, but take my word for it. It used to be a little more lumpy. Okay, it used to be a little more bumpy. Yeah, maybe you can see it even here. It's a little better, but that got much worse. Right now, I didn't even care about this. My landlord's like, oh, well, fix this too, or get the guy to fix it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Now, can you imagine how long this has taken? 6 weeks, right? And you know, I tell my landlord, look, you're going away. I don't want this guy here. I have to, you know, I have to be babysitting this guy. I have to leave the door open if I'm away. I don't want to do this. Like, I don't, this should take an hour or two, right? This should take an hour or two. There's a couple other things around the house. Oh, let's look at the lights. Let's look at the lights, right? So, kitchen lights here, right? Now, you might see that if I turn this on, right? You see, there's some lights up here. They work now. Notice over here, there's some lights, right? There's lights. And see, like, this whole thing is, everything is old. You do this and it falls up, you know? All right? Everything is old. It's just, but fine. Do these lights work? Do they work? Do they work? Of course they don't. That one works, okay? So the circuit works, okay? You can't see it, there's too much light there. But the point is, now, this hasn't worked for months, all right? This didn't work for months. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. It was flickering for a year. I mentioned it, nothing happened, right? And then you look at this crap. This has been here for 10 years. I've been here for almost 10 years now. It's rusted. You see it's rusted? There's nothing you can do about it. You'd have to throw it away, get a new one. Do I complain? Not really. If it's functional, we're down here now. Ooh, it's kind of chilly in here. There's some cracks. That's more of a, there's a crack here. Let's see, where else? Ah, there we go. Look at that. Now, it works. I don't care. I'm a nice guy. I'm a great tenant. There's a massive crack. I mention it, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I pay an absurd amount, but it's fine. I'm a nice guy. See, this was patching it up maybe 9 years ago. I remember that. But, you know, there were some other, this was backed up, okay? This was backed up, so it's like, all right, let's get somebody out here. Let's get that guy to fix the lights. It's the lights. I know he's not very good, but let's get the lights fixed, right? Let's get the lights fixed. 6 weeks, no lights. 6 weeks, bumpy, humpy crap over there, all right? All right? So I couldn't sleep about this because, like, I have to wait for this guy, and then he doesn't do anything. You know, he doesn't do anything. It's just the no-show. The last thing was on 3/18 or something, March 18th was, oh, you know, I had to call him. Like, oh, you're supposed to be here in half an hour. Where are you? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm rushing home from something else just to make sure I'm here. Oh, my transmission's out. Were you gonna call? Of course not. You know, it's just so frustrating hunting these people down. And it's like, well, there's 6 lights here, and there's another 5 over there, all right? 11 lights, okay? How long does it take to screw in 11 light bulbs? Tiny little light bulbs. Let's check it out, okay? But tiny little light bulbs. Apparently, 6 weeks is not enough, right? There were a couple things that weren't fixed, but it's like, this is fucking ridiculous, you know? And I'm here saying, I didn't even care about these fucking lights because I knew they'd be an issue. But then I have to fucking babysit the goddamn process, right? And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I haven't been inspired in this place. And my thing is like, okay, I move somewhere else. Is that going to change anything? You know? That's not really the big problem. You know? That's not the big, huge problem. But, okay, fine. And I said, fine, fuck it. Let's go. And, you know, lease ends officially, what, end of June, something like that. So I'm thinking, all right, I'll get a house. I'll start looking. I found a place. I found a nice neighborhood north of here, you know. But then now it's the landlord came back from his vacation, right? And I thought we understood the last handyman ain't coming back. I thought that was the agreement, that I don't want to. So he's like, oh, well, let me talk to the last handyman. And it's like, well, no. This guy isn't coming here. I literally could not sleep last night because of this again. I was just so fucking frustrated with this nonsense. So I've decided, now I had to go to the dentist as well, and I don't like waking up that early and blah, blah, blah. We'll get to the dentist. Oh, my teeth. They're kind of nice. Hopefully it's not shaded yellow because of the lighting. Let's see. So I have to use this sometimes because there's no, let's see. What's mine? See, look at that. Look at that. Look, take my word for it. I probably should go to the dentist more often. It looks really nice. And but the point is, I was going to fall asleep pretty well, okay? But then I get a text of, let's get the last handyman and he'll fix this up. And when are you? No. No, he's not coming over. Because if in 6 weeks, this is the fucking result, it's supposed to be flush even, right? I can stick it's not as bad as it used to be, actually. I could stick my foot under there, so over the last 2-3 weeks, it has settled down a little bit, but nope, not good enough, you know? And what's my point? I just can't deal with this shit. Like 6 weeks, is that reasonable? Is that reasonable, YouTube? And whatever else this is going on, is that reasonable to wait for this shit over and over? And then no shows, and oh my god, I can't. And it's like, I remember when I was living 2 miles down the road here. Oh. You hear this shit? No, man, I put a paper clip in here. Everything's so old. Everything is so fucking old. I'm not getting younger either, you know, and it's just, I gotta get out of here, you know? I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I thought, okay, I'll let the lease expire. I'll move. I'll find a house. But it's like, no. You know, I don't want to live in an apartment again, but they got some nice ones out there in the north somewhere. And I'd rather do that, you know, and then have a close base to where I can find a nice house and permanently kind of settle there, as permanent as these things are. I've been here 9 years. 9 fucking years. I could have bought a house with the rent I paid. Yeah, I easily could have. Especially since out there in the north somewhere. It's a lot cheaper, you know. Nicer and cheaper. Very good. But the sunk costs and all that, who cares? It's just so frustrating. Like, I'm such a nice guy. I'm such a nice guy. We saw how nice I was. Let's go down. Let's, again, assess what a nice guy I am. See, look at this shit. I don't complain. Right? I don't complain. Oh, it's a little rusty. Who cares? Whatever. You know? Who cares? Doesn't matter. This was caulked up like the week I moved in, and then a week later it was rusted. But I don't care. If it's functional, we will review the 3 toilets in this house. None of them are fully functioning, of course. We will, and that's the point, is I'm now committed to a move. I'm now committed to a lot closer move, maybe within the month. I don't know. You know, it was last night that I was just so frustrated with this that it's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know, and I have done some videos like this where I go through the house and say, well, I'll donate this stuff or I'll give this away. And And you know, I'm kind of a sentimental guy. I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff that, oh, here's the books. We can talk about it later. Like the shirts. I could spend an hour talking about these shirts. I will, but not now. So, and that's, I think, pretty good because as you can see, there's not that much stuff in this house, you know. It's a bit more cluttered than it usually is because of shenanigans. But, you know, it's not that much, you know. There's empty rooms and stuff, and part of it is like, I rented a bigger house because I thought, you know, it's nicer, you know, I could start some new businesses from here. Like, we got some mail. I was trying to sell this already. I didn't even use this for a long time. What is this? Office of the President. Oh, I know what this is now. This is not interesting. You know? And I thought, okay, well, we could start here, we could start those businesses, and none of those businesses, the one business that I moved to here because that worked, blah, blah, but nothing really worked. The Guerrero thing didn't work. I wrote that. I started reading a lot of that stuff over here on the deck. You know, I put some fans on here, you know, so the mosquitoes won't get me. You know, this is where the magic happened. This is where I shot a couple of those videos that were a bit awkward and didn't have very much flow. I think we have some good flow. We got some good flow, everybody. Oh, shitting on the handyman. Let's do that some more, huh? Okay, so there's a piping issue, okay, from the master bathroom, right? And then he starts digging up the pipe and trying to snake it out, right? And because of the messiness here, yeah, the yard, I don't want to maintain. You can't really, well, let's see. You're gonna have to take my word for it that there was a 5-foot hole here. Okay, it's not, yeah, a 5-foot hole here, and it's just a big bowl now, right? There's another one somewhere over there. But the point is, the punchline is, the pipes that he dug up to snake it out to put a hole in it, you know, ooh, something. All right, the punchline, those pipes had not been used in 20-30 years. Okay. So the handyman, the same guy who can't fix lights and screw in 11 light bulbs and can't do this, can't just figure this out over 6 fucking weeks, okay? He digs into dead pipes that had not been used in decades. Because this house, from what I heard, was renovated in the early 90s. And that's when they probably put in new pipes or even, I don't know. I don't care. But the point is, check the pipe. Is it a pipe that has any water coming in it? Now, at least he found a pipe. So, you know, that's halfway there, right? But it's just shit like this that it's just so annoying, you know? And, you know, even with the yard, I mean, okay, I do have to say this, okay? So you see how the deck is nice? Well, it's getting old too, but there's no leaves on it, there's no pollen, and over here, it's all messy. Well, guess who was on the roof yesterday, okay, with a leaf blower, okay, blowing all this shit down? This guy, okay? And then I collected all this stuff. And it's like, if it was my house, and I could redo the yard and make it easier to man, blah, blah, blah. Oh, same handyman, okay? Look here. No cutting of this fucking thing. I would have cut it right fucking there, okay? Bzz, bzz. Instead, that grows this fucking tree over here, okay? He cut like every other half of this thing. It's so fucking viciously ugly. You're supposed to cut this into a ball, okay? Instead, he cut every other one off. You see, those are hanging. They're still alive because he was using a machete to hack at this fucking thing. You see this one? Okay, it goes up all the way. What the fuck? What the fuck? And he was here last 2 weeks ago because I just called it off. I'm like, you're not coming here. No. Well, landlord and blah, blah, blah. He loved this shit. He loved some, you know, it's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You know? And it's just so frustrating, you know? It's not my house, you know? It's not my house. It's not my house. What was I on? Yes, handyman sucks. Absolutely. I'm kind of getting yeah. But the point is, I think I have pretty decent just flow here. There's a lot of interesting things like my T-shirts we can talk about, boxes full of other T-shirts that has something to do with certain things. Yes, old Lego boxes that have nothing in them. Very interesting stuff. But it really is. Some of it is very. Ooh, what is this? Is this a football? Why, oh why would I keep a old football? Why would I do this? Why would I keep a ragged old football? Does this have anything to do with long lost loves and Guerrero things? And well, we'll never know. Well, we will know. We will talk about these things. You know, and since I'm not going to be moving tomorrow, although, you know, it is sooner than later. Yeah, again, it's just, I'm going to be looking for, I'm just going to be looking for what sort of possibilities there are, just researching that. Because last time I was like, no, I can't just stay here and then try to find a house. And then this lease ends anyways, and then I go no. I would much rather just move out there and then I can have a nice apartment where I don't have to wait 6 weeks for things like this to be resolved. You see? 6 fucking weeks. Or lights in the kitchen that I was already used to not working. But it's like, hey, you're here to clean out the pipes on that side? Fine, let's throw the lights in. Let's be crazy. And 6 weeks later, nothing is done, right? So let's have a nice apartment. Oh, yeah, of course. Why would we put this one back in? I mean, why? You know, it's just going to fall into place. You know, just fall into place. You see? There we go. There we go. It's just going to fall into place. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know? And it's just, I don't want to be those yelly people, you know? But I'm a nice guy. Again, we saw it under the kitchen sink. I'm a very nice guy. Oh boy. You know, we're going to go through the house hole by hole. The handyman also fixed this. You see, this is already kind of dented here again. Okay. It's not me being dirty, and you can't clean this shit off. It's already getting humpy here again. Okay. What is this shit? What is this shit? Okay. This shit. You know, and this doesn't match up evenly, you see? Just sloppy. I actually put this in, by the way. See, I'm such a nice guy. The toilet here, I promised we will review all the toilets. Everything inside this toilet was put in by me, okay? This thing here, I actually recently put this in the shower guard, okay? I put this in, okay? I'm a nice guy. And it just gets rewarded with this shit crap, okay? But anyways, what's my point? Yeah, it's just, oftentimes it's black over here. I mean, it's not as black, but sometimes I spray some bleach there, but it's not working. I think there's always some mold that grows here. Okay. Well, it's not as bad, actually. You know, and it's a ridiculous sum to be here. I mean, you could get a penthouse with hookers and blow for the amount I'm paying here, you know. And it's like, oh, it's a nicer land prices. I get it, you know. It's an old house. That's fine. But it's like, I tolerate the old house. I tolerate that everything is half broken, including all 3 toilets, which are functioning, but not quite as you would imagine. Here's, oh boy. No, we will give an individual review of every toilet as it deserves before we leave, okay? It has something to do with twisting. Oh, you know what? Let's give you a preview. You deserve a preview. Oh, if it's turned on, because that's one of the issues. You have to turn it off in the back, but, okay, this is not waterproof, so, all right, you see this? It is called a bidet, okay? It is built into the toilet. Now, that is a functional, wonderful feature, okay? Yeah, so this is a toilet with a bidet. Now, as you can see, the water... Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not know it shot that high, okay? I did not know, because I don't use this one because we will find out why I don't use this one. And it's not because it shoots me in the butt, okay? That's a bonus, all right? So anyways, it's, you know, I kind of, starting in 2015, I sort of did minimalism where it's like, let me get rid of, I didn't have that much crap, but I got rid of a lot of the extra crap. And now I'm thinking, you know, oh, here we go. This is the segue I wanted to do. It's a perfect segue, you know? And we're doing the HD version of this little camera, so I think we have 50-something minutes with the other one, about 49, yeah. Well, I went to IKEA today because before last night, I thought, you know, I don't want much stuff, but I'm not going to be carrying anything that does not fit in my compact car. So this is not, it's very nice. We'll talk about the leather couches, don't worry. We'll talk about the Expedit. Now, you might be saying, well, that does not look like, what's an Expedit? This is a Kallax. No. This is an Expedit because this is the old version. Yes, that's right. I've been to IKEA today because prior to last night, I thought I could buy a house immediately and then I'll just, you know, buy some new stuff. It's IKEA. It's like 60 bucks. It's not going to break the bank. If you're going to buy a new house, you might as well have 3 new things that are new, right? But I went to IKEA. I did buy a vegetarian wrap. Okay, let's see here. I had some cake. It was not the chocolate cake. They had some very small slice of some peanutty thing. But anyways, the printer table here, I'm thinking, well, I'm not thinking. It's 60 by 120 centimeters, or 80 by 60 centimeters. And the other table that I have here that we're not going to see is 120 by 60 centimeters. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't done this. I don't know. You can take the legs off. That's not an issue. There's a frame under here as well. You'll see. You can can we unscrew this? Where's these screws? I'm sure it's somewhere here. Oh boy. Where are the screws for this? I'm a good guy here. Oh, here we go. 1, 6, yeah. Okay, I don't have a power tool anymore. I can do it by hand. And then these fall off by themselves. But anyway, so I'm thinking I want to have at least a table or two because these bigger ones probably they're not going to. Well, you know what? This is the fun stuff everybody wants to see. I have my own ruler. I have this ruler. Let's go do it. This is the kitchen. I think the other desk is. See, I made some good. I have a good ice cream recipe that uses very, very little sugar. I perfected it. We will learn all about that one day. All right, let's see. Am I going to be in the shot? Oh, yes, I will. This is fantastic. So here we go. This is 120 centimeters. Isn't this? No, it can't be the same size. 120 by 80. All right, so these are the variations. And 120 centimeters by 80. So we got 60, 120, 80, 60, 80, 120. And there's an even bigger one, but that's definitely not going to fit. So let's go out to the car and let's measure it. See, like, I've been doing these videos where if it's on video, and those are probably never going to see the light of day, but I've actually been training myself to get shit done with this video thing. If I talk out loud and do this, it's like, for some reason, I just get more shit done. But some of this banal stuff is actually not that uninteresting. We can make it interesting. We can make it fun. We can make it fun. We can make anything fun. Let's see here. There's not enough light in here. I don't want to open the, alright, let's do that. And you know, the HD version, I think it records up to 30-something minutes, so that actually makes us go a little faster, because I do, you know, with the 50-minute standard definition limit, it just does tend, oh yeah, it flickers like crazy. How bad is it on the, I don't know if it even picks up on it, but yeah, this bulb is very, so let's see if it can. The smallest one is 60 by 80. Okay, let's see here. 60. Well, we could put it on. No, I don't want to see my butt. I don't think anybody wants to see that. So 60 by 80 is this, right? Okay, 80 and then 60 up is this. So oh, that easily fits. Come on. I mean, we could even put, oh, wow. Okay, that's 60. And then that is 80. Okay, so we can even move tables. Because my thing is, I just want to use this car. And it's an in-town move, so I can move a couple times, etc. 80. And it's a flat thing. You can take the legs off. The frame fits in here as well. Holy crap. Now, that's a small one. That's a small one. So let's do 60. We figured that out. 60 by 120. So 60 would be this tall. Okay, 60. Well, I don't know if the 80 would fit in here. Ay. 80 by 120. 120, well, what is 120? Would 120 fit in here? Well, in theory, but see, that's the funny thing about this is it's like, well, hold on. 120. There's a bit of space here. I mean, it's tricky. And then it juts out 80. Ooh, that's a tricky one to smuggle in here. Because it's this big. You'd think it stands a decent chance of see, that's the tricky thing. Well, there's this median thing here, and I think we can smuggle that in. You know, I think all of these can fit in. The 60 by 120, well, 120, if it fits that way, 60 definitely fits this way. Now, the super big one, that's not coming. So we could take, and I think I have 2 of these, so we can maybe take 4 out of the 5 one. Or no, we have 2 super big ones. Okay. Now, see, this is somewhat fun. Well, it's entertaining for me. I do need to get this shit done. Because I was thinking, like, oh, well, we don't even take very... Like, what is it that I need to take, right? Like, the couches, whatever. Who cares? I can sit on the floor. Even the bed. You know, I was thinking maybe even tonight experimenting with sleeping on the camping pad. Well, I was rudely interrupted. And as I said, the sleeping, or the camping pad. Let's see here. Camping pad. Right over here. I've used this for actual camping, and the tent is on. Oh boy. Yes. So, anyways, the camping pad is here. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe I could just actually sleep on it because this ain't coming. This is not gonna fit. It's not gonna fit. And this is just so. But we'll go over all these things. I do want to wrap this up. I don't want to ramble too much. But yeah, anyways, I think that's it. I'll give this a listen through and see if there's anything here. But yeah, the highlights are I'm thinking of moving. I finally had it enough. You know, it's just the inspiration isn't coming anymore. It does not feel like home. You know, the businesses I wanted to start here never really took off. Guerrero never. I mean, I did as much as I could with it, and that was fun out here, but it never took off. And I just had this kind of learned helplessness of everything sucks, and if I move away, it's not that much better. No, I've been there. The neighborhood is a little better in terms of walking around. It's less expensive, so it's a less ritzy place anyways. And it's cheaper. It's actually nicer in terms of it being a little more wooded. There's a lot better trails around there. You know, things are cheaper. So it's like, I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to be tied to a specific job location, right? So yeah, I'm moving. The inspiration isn't here, and even just these little. I know that moving to like a slightly better place is not going to be like some massive improvement in my life. Okay, like I know that there's all these people who just like travel a lot, and it's like, yeah, I don't think that's the deep issues, and maybe one day we'll get to the deeper issues. But we gotta establish some nice flow here, good flow. Okay, so let's see. Okay, no inspiration, blah blah blah. And I mean, some of it is just practical stuff that's actually kind of interesting. You know, late 2015, especially by summer of 2016, I got rid of a lot of stuff. And I wish I sort of recorded that process a little better. I took a couple pictures. But this closet here, it used to have 6 of those extra large U-Haul things here. They fit in there. Yes, they did. And it's a little bit more busy because I was screwing around with the tables, maybe selling them, maybe not. It's a bit more messy than it would be. It's really, there's very little stuff in here. These are empty boxes. I sold these Legos last year. We can talk about the Legos. We will talk about the Legos. We will talk about the mysterious football of lost love. Okay. We'll talk about, what is that, trophies and stuffed animals and backpacks and unfinished paintings. Oh my goodness. See, there's somewhat interesting stuff in here. Mystery t-shirts, 250 something of them. Why? Tell us more. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. You know, and does this relate to, is this a good metaphor for my business? Kind of crumpling, collapsing, old. You know, the company that made these t-shirts, okay, go to that website, txshirts.com. They're in the Heights. Well, they were in the Heights. They are no longer in the Heights because they're out of business, okay? And this is fun. This is fun. I don't have my little mirror here. Let's see, like that. Well, we're not going to go into story time with the shirts, but we're going to tease that, you know? There's 200 shirts in there. What could they be of? What could they be of? Why did nobody want to buy these shirts? Why did I do these shirts in the first place? And, you know, but that's the big monitor that you saw, the big TV screen. I just hook it up to the computer as a second monitor. The monitor itself fits in the car. The box does not. So I was thinking, well, you know, we could put the monitor in the back. We'll have to ditch the box. You know, so I've been preparing. I've been measuring and preparing, but part of it is it's sort of a challenge because a lot of this stuff just weighs me down, literally. You know, it's my blue whale. I could not sell these things, and well, you know, it's hard for me to kind of let go. You know, I think we saw some plants outside, some potted plants. They're kind of like almost pets. We'll talk about them too. Don't worry, in detail, excruciating detail. You know, and it's just with it. I don't necessarily want to move with just one. Put everything in the car and that's it. Now we'll do a couple trips. In-town move. That's comfortable. It's going to be very little stuff, because again, like this stuff, you could probably shove this mattress in there if you want to, but why would you? Well, I've actually slept on, this is not that bad. You can, just by itself, you can use it as a kind of recliner, or whatever the hell it is. This is the same mattress as my bed is. In fact, this might be a bit more, what do you call it, sturdy, because it hasn't been used. Well, blah, 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 who cares? So there's a lot of somewhat interesting things to talk about. And I think if there's a good flow, like a river, it needs a good flow. And if it has that, I think it can be interesting enough to where I keep doing it. It's interesting enough for me, because I think that's the main, if I'm just, the 50-something little short clips, you could tell I just wasn't, you know, into it. It just wasn't as comfortable for me. But I think with this, again, I've done enough of these privately where I just, yeah, it's a nice flow. It's a nice flow. Incoherent at times and kind of rambling and repetitive, but it'll get better. You know, maybe by the time we talk about the mystery football, dun dun dun, and, you know, we will not have sound effects. We will not have, no. That's basically as good as any guarantee will be. Like, no. Maybe we can cut it a little better. So, you know, we don't have 10-hour shots of me not talking about a football. But, you know. Or why. You see a anomaly here? You see the anomaly? Write it in the YouTube comments below. I might actually, you know, YouTube comments, I'm not really a huge fan of them, you know. To quote the philosopher Macklemore, you know, have you read the YouTube comments lately? Have you? They're terrible. They just are terrible. But I think we'll allow the comments on this one, and you're just going to have to tell us what the anomaly is here. You know, we're going to have a fun engagement with the audience or something. I don't know. Who cares? And let's just say someone actually... See, I'm a good guy. Now, I probably was the one who destroyed that fan blade there. But I'm a good guy because I tried gluing it back together, okay? I tried gluing this fucking thing back together. It didn't work. I tried looking it up, but they don't sell this anymore. I even found the model, okay? It's like some Tiffany ripoff. You know, it has that... Those lights don't even work in there anymore. Hampton Bay fan model 5746. They don't sell this anymore. It's from Home Depot, and they don't have any spare parts. And because the... What is this? Hold on. I know the terminology. Fan blade arm, I think. Or fan blade... Let's see here. And this was in 2017. I know I did this before. I even went to a store. It's like, well, you know, I broke it. I should probably put it back together. You know? I think I saw on eBay a few years ago. I saw like a whole fan being sold for like 40 bucks. I'm like, well, I'm not that nice. You know? But I tried so hard. You know? I tried so hard. Anyways, what's my point? A little keepsakes here we can talk. Oh, it's mysterious, it's dark, we don't know. Let's see here. Stuff to burn. Mysteriously big trophy. Let's see here. So, anyways, this is probably how long I have these, but again, this is high definition. Because you need to see the grainy football in high def, you know? The closer you zoom into it, you know, the closer you zoom into it, the dark... I don't know how that works. I don't know why it doesn't adjust. Maybe I should know. I shouldn't be taking cinematography lessons as I'm doing this, but I am, so there you are. Okay, so the point is high def. I thought it would actually shut me up like, ooh, we only have 30 minutes. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. You know, 16 gigs is the new limit. That's 2 hours, so buckle in. Buckle in. Chairs. Oh, we got some alcohol. We got some... I don't even drink any. I never really drank this stuff. You know? Some Cointreau. I did put some rum in the ice cream recipe that I will tell you about. It's really good. It's so... yeah. It's... And it uses... You know how much sugar it uses? Yeah, if you've ever made ice cream, you're going to just laugh. It uses a 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons of honey. That's it. And it uses 2 cups of milk, so I guess it's a little more, but... It's obscene as to how little sugar it uses, but it's still very creamy. I figured it out finally. So you have low sugar, you know, if you're kind of paleo or whatever, you don't want to eat that much sugar anymore. Man, oh man, I got a great ice cream recipe for you. Dark, dark, dark chocolate. Oh, and this is the AC. You see the pollinated stuff, the pollen stuff? That's because, as I mentioned earlier, I was on the roof blowing the shit off the roof. See? That's been fun. That's been, what, 8 years running on the roof. Let's see. Do we want to... You know what? I'll tease the upstairs. That's where the office used to be. Not much... You know what? Before we leave, let's explore the attic. There is some weird part of the attic, okay, that I've been into once or twice. Well, hold on. There's a couple other weird spots as well. Little holes and stuff. This area has a very small opening about here, because this is an add-on. This is like the old beam. And, oh yeah, rotten wood here. The sun has calmed down a lot more. Let's see. See this rotten wood? I don't mention it. I don't mention it. You know? It's just rotting, because, you know, it's an old house and everything's falling apart. So, you know... Woe unto me. But, you know, I brought this on myself. It's like, oh, I don't want to move. And come on. Come on. You know, it's not the easiest thing. I'm not one of these people who can just leave everything and... No, but we will. We will to some degree. Well, there's some stuff here. Okay. So let's see here. Now, kiddos, here's minimalism or just moving 101. When you buy a printer, when you buy a computer, keep the styrofoam packages and all that. I did. I didn't keep it for the KitchenAid mixer I have here. But everything else has its own. Yeah, I already looked through the kitchen. We'll look through it in a more entertaining way, I think. Because now this is 12. Okay, all right. Yeah, Windows Movie Maker to the rescue. I'll have to splice these two clips together. Yeah. Anyways, I'm running out of things to say, and I think people are running out of patience. I think that's what's happening here. But anyways, so no more inspiration here. I do need a fresh change of scenery. It's a little nicer. Neighborhood's nicer. All the amenities are nicer. What specifically? Well, we got to figure that out. Because I just realized last night, you know what? Before getting a house, I'd just rather settle in an apartment for a few months. I don't have to rush the expiration date here. I don't have to rush into a house. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, we'll figure it out. And yeah, we'll continue this. We'll make it a little more interesting. We'll make it a little less rambly. There's a lot of things to talk about. Again, there's that football there. Let's see here. What keywords could we use? What keywords would describe the football? High school. What's actually NCAA, NCAA? No, we're not going to do that. So no, where did I find it? Is it football? And then somewhere else that was involved, and oh well, I don't know. Oh, in case you want to buy this is the Hoppen IKEA. This was the closet for my old apartment. It had its own closet, but I had not used this in like 10 years. I don't think they even sell this anymore. Has the zoom been? Oh my goodness, the zoom has been on. Okay. Well, we're learning. We're learning. So anyways, if you have $50, see, I don't like Craigslist people because they're like, oh, we're interested, and then they don't, well, they didn't fix a date for any of this, right? But it's like, some guy was like, I listed it for $50 because it's nice and glass, and it's actually not that bad. You know, but they didn't show up. You know, I said, okay, you say 40, all right, we'll lower it to 40. And he's like, oh, I'll come by Saturday. So it's like, okay, Saturday 6. Is that good for you? It just doesn't respond. Does not respond. So I actually haven't sold anything. Ironically enough, the big table that's not, well, it's, no, where is, oh, it's here. This thing, some guy wanted this big table, but I was selling the small one that actually does fit, as it turns out, in the car. I was selling the two together. The guy only wants the big one. I might get back to him on this. Anyways, part of it is some of the enthusiasm. How bad is the echo going to be here? Oh, this is the Harvey flood dam. Well, there was so much rain it started watering down here. I actually have some footage from that as the water was filling around the house. It almost flooded. And I was secretly hoping it's going to flood, because then I'm like, oh, I have to move. Because I've been thinking about this for a while, right? But it's like, oh, I can't move, no, excuses, bullshit. But I've had enough. I've had enough now. But this is where the water kind of fell. There was so much rain that it just kind of came through here, and it was just petering out here. And that didn't get fixed, of course not. Not that I care. I mean, I mentioned it. I said, hey, you want to fix it? No, whatever. Okay, all right. Whatever. And especially with this guy, he'll probably do more damage. Look at, what is this shit? Can you tell me what the fuck this is? Can someone inform me what this is? Okay, look at this. No magic tricks. Look at that. That's how it should be. And then bam on the other side too. What is this? Okay. 6 weeks for this, All the phone calls. It's like, oh my God. And they were under the house. They were doing something under the house. It was a racket. But it didn't really do anyone any good. So with that, we begin with this and we end with this. And that is it for now.